good? What's good? This your boy, Bossa MARR, man. Big Mar, whatever you want to call me, Lamar. Welcome to Bossa More Podcast. We got a special guest, former teammate, a outstanding American, was representing over in other countries and still chasing that dream and playing football and doing big things, man. Welcome, Mr. Darius Lewis. How are you?
Hey man, I appreciate it a lot. I've been waiting on this for a long time.
Yeah,
Long time. You like, hey, let me get on that. And you be like, all right, we're gonna find a time. Even still, so I'm happy we finally got to this point because I'm
yeah,
ready to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Like for everybody, not just for me and you. We chop it up all the time.
yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah. What I was gonna ask you, man, how has life been? Like, it's crazy because we from the same state, and I don't know if you remember, but I remember when I was in high school. I think it was my 10th grade year. It was either my 10th or my 11th grade year, and I went to a Nike Spark Combine, and I think I seen you out
uh,
there.
I went to Nike Spark. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
and
You and
like,
Ronald Darby was tearing that motherfucker up, man.
yeah, and they had the big they had them big Nike combat trucks.
Yeah,
Um
we got
that
the
was in
free.
Baltimore, I think.
Yeah, it was. That's why I remember you. I remember you and Ronald Darby because y'all had good times. Everybody made decent times. I was like, oh, this
I was
this
I
laser
was
shit is different.
I was jumping out the gym. It
Yeah,
wasn't making no sense. They had me because the best part about it, they was like, look, it ain't like you got 2 or 3 jumps. They said you're gonna keep jumping until your what's the name start going down. If you go up every time, you're gonna keep jumping.
that's
So
crazy. I wasn't jumping. My launch was I was going crazy on
yeah.
the launch, what I didn't understand because I was small as hell, but I was launching the fuck out that ball, bro. They kept
Mm-hmm.
having me launch that shit. But
And it was like, yeah, bro, like keep going. It was like, keep going. What you mean, bro?
yeah,
Like,
they was trying to get your average of your height. But if you probably kept jumping the same shit. So it was like, bro, if you keep jumping the same number, that's his average. Like that's his vertical. Like that's what you
what
got.
it was, what they try to explain to me is each one you doing, maybe you are opening up that muscle every time you jump more and more, and they're trying to see what the peak of that is.
Yeah,
So when I was in the jump mat, it was like 34, 34 and a half, 35, 36, and then like, oh, so now his muscles is warm. All right, bet we're gonna see, you know what I'm saying, like how warm it's gonna get.
oh
And
yeah,
people will go 36 and a half, 37, 36, 36, 36, 35. All right, you done. Because that's your max, like so 37. So when I had went up there, it started probably like 34, 35. I had probably had jumped like 20 times because I'm jumping.
yeah,
It's going up like point 0.5, point 0.3, point 0.2, but it's still going up. And I ended up jumping what, 93, 39.3. And I
yeah.
was like, well, damn. So everybody was like, man, that like everybody was like, your vertical's capped because ain't nobody jumping no 39, like, you know what I'm saying, 39.3. But on pro day, I jumped 41. So
No, that's just vertical. That means you can dunk straight off V. And I seen you jump before. So it's like, no, that's not cat for real. Cause shoot, look at Tyler Floyd. His vertical was crazy too. So it,
right.
it it don't matter, bro. Some people just saying you state we was living in too. They wasn't really the recruiting process, it's a little different. It got better out there. I truly
It
believe.
got better because of what we made from it. Because
Exactly.
remember, we the same class as Stephon Diggs, and uh, it's a D lineman that was in the Super Bowl. Zach Kerr went to my high school.
Mm-hmm.
Tavon Austin had just popped off. Um,
Yeah, we
a
was
few
going
people.
up against that. It was a couple people, honestly. You had Jelani Jenkins. It was a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
people. What's the
Did you
other
ever go
kid?
against Tavon?
Soprano, huh? Every
You ever?
year. Every
You
year.
did?
Yeah. He used to torch us. He used to torch us. He was just gifted. And the crazy thing is he's still good. He's actually even better. It's just he has to get in the better he got to get in the system to where it's like
Right.
they're gonna use him properly. Because when he was playing with the Rams and they was getting him the ball, he was going crazy with those short routes.
Mhm.
So it's like he's one of
But
those
that's
guys.
what Cooper Cup doing now.
Just
So
it's all about the system, bro. It's the connection. So I mean, I look at it as me personally. You got to be humble to play football because you already know what it is. Like it's at the end of the game. At the end of the day, it's a game and it's a system, and people got to get paid and people got to call
mhm,
shots. So it's like
right.
you gotta be like they say you gotta be coachable and you gotta be willing to take them sacrifices, even when it's something you don't even like. That's why I couldn't stick with it no more. Like I bless everybody who play football. Like I wish them the best because it's one of those sports to where, you know, it is a contact sport and it's very dangerous, but it's like to how they making it so soft, it's ridiculous. They
Which is
make
one of the main reasons why I play over here, because we keep college rules and they don't they want to see people play. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
but combined with a couple things I like two things I learned. Like when I was at Fullerton, they was like, look, you want to get on the field, you might have to play a position that you don't play because it's the best for the team. You might not be good at this position, but
yeah,
you the best one on the team. We got this position and we need you there. So can you be coachable even though your coach don't like you and he voiced to you, I do not like you.
yeah,
But we here for a common goal, so we're gonna get this done. Because at the end
yeah,
of the day, people trying to get paid. And something else, a different place, somebody was like, learn the difference between you have to and you get to. Like you don't have to come to practice every day. You don't have to put in this extra work. You don't have to make these sacrifices or put your body in danger or you know what I'm saying, all these other things. But you get to. You get the
yeah.
opportunity to do that. So those two things combined is really what kind of pushed me as far as I have on this journey because I never had to do the extra stuff I've been doing.
Right.
And it's the extra stuff I was doing that helped us be successful, not only in one country, but I realized that way it ain't no language barrier between grinding. You know what I'm saying? You want people that's gonna work hard. You ain't gotta speak a common language. You just need a common drive.
Yeah, that's what in anything you do. Like you'll see, like when you're in a room with like-minded people or people that are thinking proactive and thinking in the future, you're already gonna know because it's like they're gonna inspire you to want more. You know, I was always taught like sometimes it's not all about talking. Sometimes you just gotta listen. You gotta be a proactive listener. You gotta be, like they say, coachable. And that's why I said, you know what you had to do. You know the sacrifices you had to make because it's just like in every situation, there's always going to be good and bad, and you got to make the best out of it. So that's how I look at
That's
it.
but it was crazy how Fullerton worked because Fullerton, I went my sophomore year. My first year I was at a D2
Yeah.
and I had went there because I had a bunch of coaches that were either ex NFL, ex Arena, or ex CFL, the whole coaching staff. Plus, Joe Montana was up there unofficially coaching quarterbacks because his oldest son, Nate Montana, was a QB. He was in his fifth year. All he had was one semester. I think he took like one class.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really finessed it so he could just play one football season and leave. Problem difference was he wasn't good. His
Right.
other brother is the one that got the juice, but Nate ain't really had a juice like that. Um, but he did what he
And,
could. So Joe Montana was up there kicking it. And then they all told me when the season was over, bro, you need to be at a D1. You need to go ahead and dip. And at this
yeah.
time, we going up every weekend watching Tavon Austin at West Virginia because we was, 30 minutes away and turn up there. Like, I seen Buddy, we was in the club, you know what I'm saying, with him. Like, I done been the same like spot as him. I ain't never chopped it up, I never dapped him up. We ain't cool. I don't know him. He don't know me. I ain't gonna sit here in front like I know Buddy. But I was around that area, so I got to see the vibe. And I'm like, all right, bro, like that's something, that's
Yeah,
something
you
that
was around Stedman and all them used to hang out. So you got to see all that. Yeah, that's when West V was winning.
so then after that, they was like, all right, bro, go JUCO. And I was like, all right, well, what JUCO? They was like, you can go to Lackawanna or go to
Lackawanna, that was a good. I'm glad you ain't go there. That was too close to home. Too
They said
cold.
Lackawanna or Cali. They ain't say no other option. They ain't say nothing about Mississippi, nothing. They said Lackawanna or Cali. And my whole family was like, bro, you ain't got nobody in Cali. Everybody over here. So you finna make that move? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm about to make that move. They're like, bro, do you really know what you like putting yourself into? And not thinking about it. Thinking about it now, I have not been home since I left
Yeah.
that to go to Cali. Because once I got to Cali,
That was probably the best movie. That was the best movie you made because it really made you mentally stronger.
it made me like it raised me
Yeah.
because I got raised by grown ass men I had as teammates at Fullerton, 24,
Right.
25 years old, got kids, really thugging it like, hey, this is my last chance type, you know what I'm saying? The real last chance you before last chance you came out.
Yeah,
You know,
we
people
was the
like
last chance you originally, if you want to be real.
we had like 300, 350 people trying out. Coach said, we said, why we doing tryouts? He said, you see any people we got? We got 350. We need to cut this to 150 by next week. Next week? Next week. Yes. So all these people, we cut them off. They show up late, you off the team. It's like, bro, he playing. No, he wasn't. Dude was talking about, man, I've been in this program 2 years. I don't care. You ain't show up. Take your stuff, go. You want to throw hands? We could throw hands too. And it was
No, they
that's just
were
the thing.
serious though. They were serious because they knew we was going to the championship. Like we had the pieces.
And the crazy part is the years before that, they only went 7-4, 7-5. And then like that
Those are
one
great
year.
records though, bro. Those are championship running records. It just matter who you lose to, honestly.
That's just crazy. Cause to me, bro, like to me, that's not a good season. Like
It's not.
it's
It's the
no,
last
no, no,
one.
no. It is a good season, like you said. It's just in my head because of the resume. It's
Yeah.
like, nah, bro, nah, that ain't enough. And
That's
it's just
not a
like,
winning
oh,
season for them. Yeah.
how
They
is that
said
not enough? Like, you ain't satisfied with that?
no.
So, but that carried on a long way. So I get to Fullerton, they're like, all right, bro, well, which position you play? I'm like, I play corner my whole life, straight thugging. They was like, well, you ain't playing corner here. We got 7 people ahead of you on depth chart, and I'm not. They all played last year. So you gonna move to safety or you ain't gonna be here. I'm already
Yeah.
in, I already moved.
And you
I'm
had
sitting
bounce
there like,
backs.
and I had bounce back. So I'm like, bruh, how am I finna play? Because clearly I ain't the biggest one out here. We had dudes like 6'2", 6'3". We had Booby, who's still, I think he's still in the league right now, playing safety. And I was like, bruh, I don't know how this finna work. I ain't never played safety. I ain't big enough. And guess who randomly popped on campus? Oh, 5'8", 5'7", 5'9", whatever one he is, Bob Sanders.
Oh yeah,
Cocky dude, whoa.
Kyrie, people. That was
Yeah.
Cam's uncle. Yeah,
He,
I
he
remember
came
Bob
up there
saying
at the perfect time because he chopped up with me and said, "Hey, bro, that height shit don't matter, bro. Like,
it
if you
don't.
get," he said, "get in your playbook, be fast enough to get there. When it's time, later would." So
That's
I
what you
listened
was doing.
to, bro. Like, that's the only year in my career where I had a forced fumble every game. I don't even, but like, I know how, but I don't know how that shit happened, bro. Every game, ball was
Y'all
ball.
was turning up. That's because you was really hitting though. Like I ain't gonna lie. Those coaches were great coaches. They taught us the fundamentals of the game. Like they taught us how to play as one. Like we played as a unit. It was no coincidence. We was blowing everybody out by 21 plus.
Mhm.
So it was like,
But the best part is that everybody on there, even if they wasn't in, was like, bruh, if I don't get it done this year, I'm back to the crib and I gotta go into the mud to figure out what I'm finna do to support my family. I got 2 kids, I got this, I got that. So in my head, I'm like, bruh, if I'm about to be starting ahead of them, I better not be wasting their time. Cause that's some real life, you know what I'm saying, problems that you don't want to deal with. Oh, you took my spot and then you're gonna waste that opportunity when I'm really trying to be out here getting paid.
yeah.
So that's a whole different type of
And that's kind of what we was dealing with. You had people with that was really their last chance. Like that was their last chance to prove that they could do something and play football and get to the university level, And they ain't even know it. Some of them ain't even know it was their last chance. But it was like you had to make the best of it, and you did because honestly, you wanted it more than most of them. That's the main thing
and
about it. You wanted it
I
way
just
more.
I was fueled by straight, what's the word I'm looking for? People tell me I couldn't. Like it was all anger fueled, bro. Like, and I've changed that coming to Europe, and that's why I think the difference is in winning the championships was before. Like, it was straight anger. Like, you tell me I ain't big enough, tell me I ain't strong enough, I ain't fast enough. So I was getting faster, I was getting bigger, I was getting stronger. I was big when I was at Fulton. I was probably my
Yeah,
biggest when I
yeah,
was at
you was
Fulton.
huge.
And I'm just like, I put on big weight and we was lifting big weight in there. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, but then like I definitely it's definitely an aura that you carry leaving JUCO that rub off wrong with a lot of people. Well, and I don't know for what reason, because I ain't in their shoes. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's because they didn't try that hard and they just like, man, who's you? You ain't finna do it, or what? Because I got to NAU, which is a 1AA,
yeah.
and I went up there and I told coach I had a slip disc coming out of camp. And they said, bro, how you gonna slip disc? You hit somebody wrong? And the doctor was like, nah, your back is just too arched. Like you have too much of an arch and your disc just slipped out because your arch is too much. So head coach was like, all right, bro, go to the chiropractor every week. I go to chiropractor 2-3 times a week, every week since then, just to so anybody watching this that is worried about if you gotta wait until you injured to go to chiropractor, no, just go to chiropractor just the same way you go to the dentist.
Realign your spine, all that. It's always good to go to a chiropractor. I ain't been to one in a couple years, but I'm definitely go. It felt good when
Well,
they
that's man, like it's more than just the back. Like I don't even go for the back.
everything.
I I go so they can do so that he'll go take my finger, joint, joint, joint. Oh, this one fell out of place. Put it back. Ain't no nothing hurt. And he'll be like, all right, bend your wrist. He'll be like, oh, this one don't bend that much. Let me see. Boom. Put it back in place. Elbow, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, toes. He don't even get to my back. He like, your back straight. I'm just getting everything else. So he do that. I couldn't
That's
wear a
cool,
shirt.
bro. I didn't even know they do all that. That's cool.
They
That's cool.
do if you need them to realign your jaw, they'll feel they're like, oh yeah, you chew too much on the right side. Let me fix this. Open your mouth this way, take a deep breath, boom. And like they just know how the bone supposed to be in line. So I think I also attest to this is why I don't get injured. Because I
Yeah.
should have been injured all these years playing defense, undersized safety. I should have been injured at some point, but
I don't
I'm not.
believe so because you stretch and you eat correctly.
It's mostly chiropractor. I'm telling you, it's mostly chiropractor.
That too.
Because like I'll leave a game and the day after the game, I go straight to chiropractor within 12 hours. So anything that you might be a little sore in your ankle, he'd be like, bro,
Yeah.
you're sore in your ankle because your ankle is misaligned and is trying to get realigned, which will take about a week and a half. I can do
Right.
that right now. So I was going back to practice fresh. Everybody like, bro, we just had a game. How was you running around? How was you not tired? So when I got to NAU, they ended up starting me as safety. Mind you, it's only my second year playing safety. I'm like, bro, why y'all got me as safety? Put me at corner, put me at like something else. But I had to be coachable. I had to just suck it up, do what's best for the team.
Yeah.
7-4. My senior, then going into my senior year, I'm going from Flagstaff, Arizona, driving down to Phoenix. This is the schedule. We had 5:30 in the morning. We had stadiums. Uh, about 7 o'clock, we had hills,
Hmm.
and then we had lift at about 8:30, and then we was done with the trainer and everything, showers, protein because they gave us muscle milk. We was done
Hmm.
with that by like 11. So I go home, make me a meal, and taking a little power nap. 12 o'clock, I'm on my motorcycle going down to Phoenix. For what? Because at 3 o'clock, I had another practice with some people on the Arizona practice squad and some free agents. So I need to go down there and get the extra work in because I'm getting my work in at the campus and I'm getting to work in with some professionals and a professional trainer. So, and that rubbed off on my coaches bad because they was like, bruh, like, well, we ain't doing it, ain't enough for you. I'm like, it's enough, and I'm trying to do extra. And I'm driving myself. I didn't ask y'all to, I got my own motorcycle. I'm putting my own self at danger, you know what I'm saying, at risk, driving down the hill every day. Because I wouldn't drive down there and stay. I would drive down there and drive back up and do the same thing the next day. So I was doing that the whole summer. And then come pro day, they told me after my last game, they was like, yeah, bro, like at the end of the day, you had a nice career. So we appreciate everything you did. It's time to hang it up. I said, hang it up. I said, bro, I'm 21, going to it's my senior year. I'm 21. I turned 22 before I graduate.
Right.
Like, you tell me I'm done. I was with people at JUCO who was 24, 25, 26 years old. And you tell me at 21, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I said, all right, bro, I can't deal with y'all, bro. So I signed a contract to go play in Australia. They was having a brand new league, like they always do, brand new league.
Yeah.
So I signed the contract. They said everybody getting paid the same amount. Everybody getting paid $3,500 a month, all expenses. You know what I'm saying, covered. So they said every year it's gonna bump up. We supposed to leave on August 1st, July 31st. Everybody waiting. Where the flights at? Where the flights at? Where the flights at? August 1st. Hey, we canceled the league. So we like, damn, bro, what? Like, damn, like everybody was shook. So
yeah. Damn.
So then I'm working at a bar. I'm dishwashing, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
for the next 3 months. And I ain't tell nobody I play football or nothing. Treat me like shit. Treat me like a slave in the kitchen, bro. Like, hey, do this, hey, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, disrespectful. The only person that respected me was the manager. Cause he could see, like, and he would be like, hey, bro, like, come holler at me after work. He'd bring me to the crib. He'd burn one up for me and be like, yeah, like, I'm really just trying. Like, who are you as a person? And once he found out I was really like who I was, he was like, man, forget everybody at work. You ain't gotta prove yourself to nobody. Just know that I know who you is and you straight. So
Most
December
definitely.
30th,
That's straight up real.
December 31st came. I had signed my contract to go play in Germany, and I didn't tell nobody. There was I was supposed to get off. It's New Year's. I'm supposed to be off at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock come, I'm like, hey, I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, clock off. They said, nah, bro, you need to stay 2 more hours. I said, 2 more hours? They said, yeah, bro, you staying here. I said, bro, on paper, it said I was supposed to be done. And it was like, I don't care. You still working. So start washing. So I looked at everybody. I said, hey, respectfully, I ain't get mad. I ain't slam nothing. I ain't disrespectful. I took it off. I said, hey, respectfully, I quit y'all. I'm out. I appreciate everything y'all did for me. I'm out of here. Oh, where you going? Bro, I'm playing football in Germany. I actually leave next month. I just ain't want to tell nobody because, oh, you play football, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't believe I really quit, like right there, right then and there. Because I said it so calm. So they were sending me messages on Facebook like, hey, that's the calmest I ever seen anybody quit a job, like respect to you, you know, let me know how your football career go. I'm sitting there like, bro, don't talk to me. For 3 months, you were straight dogging me out. Delete, delete, delete. Had to learn how to cut people off. Then I'm overseas. So when I'm overseas, I'm like, am I still mad? Do I gotta prove myself to anybody?
Nope.
Like, and I thought I did. I'm sitting there like my coaches at NAU, I gotta let them know that like my years ain't up yet. My coaches in high school, I'm like, I gotta let them know my years ain't done. People from the crib, I gotta let them know. So I won a championship in Germany. Guess who cared? Nobody. That's when it hit me. I said, bro, you gotta start doing stuff for yourself. Like, so I had to stop being mad and I had to find other reasons.
It's no reason to be mad, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, all you got is yourself. Those people, they still gonna rest. They still gonna go to sleep good. It's mainly they mad because of what they probably could have been. They aren't. So the opportunities they had that you're getting, they couldn't get. And that's why I say sometimes people project themselves on you because you're so calm and they try to take it out on you and stuff like that. But that's more of them than you. And that's why I say it's no need to even take it there with them. Like the
People get
Fullerton ride, you
stuff.
already know how that was. It was a whole bunch of personalities. So
Every personality, everyone. I look down to the females because the females come around just hang around just because they wouldn't know, they wouldn't know they had their own agendas too. They was just,
yes,
do people
sir.
click? So that's
All
what it
of them
came
have
down.
their own agenda. Everybody has an agenda, but you just gotta you was one of the focused ones, bro. Like no matter what happened, you know what you wanted out of the deal. Like you know what you was out there for. Like whatever happened, but in the same time, you know what you was out there for. So it's like,
You
people
want to hear
gonna
something funny?
What happened? Yeah.
The moment I decided that's what I really want to do you remember that whole stigma that you couldn't get no tattoos on your neck or anything below your elbow because you couldn't get a job? And they
Yeah.
said, bro, if you get a tattoo that's somewhere that's showing, you better be an athlete or you better, you know what I'm saying, you better make it.
Yeah.
So once I got a tattoo on my forearm, because I only had my bicep down in here, and I used to hide it on job interviews. And they said, once you get a tattoo on your forearm, you better fully commit to playing sports and you better make it. So I got my forearm tatted, and I said, bro, I'm playing football. So ain't nobody gonna tell me I ain't playing football at that point. So I was doing. That's when I started driving down to Phoenix, training with, you know what I'm saying, the free agents and the NFL dudes. I was like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do it. Pro day jump 41. It was just like, so everybody keeps saying, like, you know what I'm saying, why you go overseas and not over here? And I'm like, bro, it's a paid vacation. So I go to Germany. I help some people accomplish some dreams that they had, because it ain't about me no more. You feel me? But when I was playing before, it was all about me. What can I do? What can I show off to people? You know, what can I flex? And then when I got over here, it was like, all right, well, it's a lot of people here who they've been growing up watching this their whole life, and they've been trying to play this their whole life, but they ain't had nobody that really taught them how to do stuff. They ain't
Yeah.
really had nobody who really, a real teammate, a real athlete. They had people come over here that like was bullshitting, you know. They just came here to meet some females and turn up a little bit, but they ain't come to play football. I came in, you know what I'm saying, the places I went to, and they was like, oh, dude's serious. So I went to southern Germany, got me one.
Yeah.
I went to
Okay.
Budapest, got me one. Went to Istanbul, got me one. So that's 3 countries. I got to Sweden, got me one. So that was four back to back. And everybody like, bro, how was you getting them back to back? I said, bro, I don't know. My
Yeah.
why, I fixed my why. When I fixed my why, everything else fell into place. I just had to ball out.
Oh, wow. Well, with everything going on right now, like, what are your current, what are your current thoughts, and like, what are your current thoughts of like what's going on with Ukraine and
Man,
Russia?
so when I was playing in Istanbul, I had a partner on my team from Russia,
Yeah.
and me and him hella cool. He'd invited me to come to. I was supposed to be in Russia in January
Mm-hmm.
for a coaching clinic because he wanted me to coach up some stuff to some athletes out there. Imagine if I'd have got stuck. Like,
Jeez.
but after I left Istanbul in 2018, I went and played in Ukraine for like a month. So I got Ukrainian partners. When I left Sweden a month, 2 months ago, I moved to Poland. I got Ukrainian teammates now. We can't evacuate them and send them back into Poland. This is what I
Right.
found out this morning, yesterday. We evacuated teammates, but we can't send them back across the border because it's mandatory that they
Stay
start
where they
fighting.
Yeah.
So they can't go across the border because they're not trying to go in a fight. And they trying to get their families over here. So now we actively trying to bring teammates' families over here, over to Poland, you know what I'm saying? Which is wild because who would have thought that, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to me that playing football around the world leads me to having teammates from like war and sports don't make sense to me. When I was in Germany, I'm on the train, I'm in the club drinking with people like the army in Germany, they get like 5 days. They got to be on base, and then they get to come home for the weekend,
Yeah.
and they on the train. So I'm
Like
in
a
the club drinking
firefighter
with,
in a sense.
right. So I'm in the club drinking with people who we was just at war with, bro.
Wow.
How that makes sense? Because
It
people
don't.
was just people. You know what I'm saying? I got teammates, that's in a whole war going on, and we really just like, bro, like I'm talking to both sides at the same time. Like,
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
so
You can
that's
wrap your head around.
so but from Poland here, and then Ukraine is southeast and Russia is northeast.
Right.
So those two connect, and that's why they're going. So like they said some sirens have went off in Poland, but ain't nothing coming into Poland. It was just so close to the border. But like people fleeing, like it's so much traffic. The
Yeah,
whole
it's
city,
gonna be the whole time.
I'm curious to see how it's going to unfold because they only going to one or two places. You can either go to Serbia, Slovakia, or Poland. That's really all the only places you can go to. And you can't go to Serbia because Serbia is not in Europe. So, like, it's in Europe, but it's not in the EU. So you can't just pull up in there across the border. Like, they ain't gonna let you in.
Yeah, especially what's going on now. They're just not gonna let you in there. They're gonna be on extra caution.
It's gonna be a whole nother refugee wave. And I was telling my teammates, I said, look, man, like, I ain't trying to be insensitive, but we can still play football. It's just understand why you playing. I said, I got homies in Ukraine and homies in Russia that's probably never, ever going to play football ever again in their own country. And they probably won't get passports to travel to another country. So ain't no telling that they're going to have a chance. So if you get a chance to step on that field or go in the weight room, like, don't do it to score no points. Don't do it for the love of the game. Do it because they can't do it no more. And they wanted to. This is something they enjoy doing.
Exactly, because a lot of
don't waste an opportunity that they would literally
love to have.
You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
That's what it's like right now, and I'm really in the heat of it because I came up to Sweden to move out my apartment. As I get on the bus, everything started popping off, and I'm thinking it's a joke because all the memes be joking. Like, nah, everybody on the bus. So I'm supposed to leave on Sunday to go back. I'm thinking about leaving today to go back because I don't know what's finna happen in the next 24 hours. Like, so it's a real situation. But at the same time, when I was in Istanbul, they had, a situation with a reporter, fatality happened, and I was in Istanbul. Like, I've been around. Like, it's interesting that what you see on the news is like everything going crazy.
Yeah.
But then when it comes down to the people
it's regular.
People just be chilling. So all the people like really do have compassion, more compassion than they do in the States, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, because of course. They desensitize us over here in America.
In the States, we're so money oriented. Over here, it's like, who are you? How you doing? So, I'm just happy that I got opportunities to make some money and dive into different things, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and you know what I'm saying? Because of you though, because had you not, like, I heard about stuff, but had you not put me on, like, I wouldn't have. It's like you gave me.
I just gave you some game that I know, like, you'll listen to. I ain't gonna give a game to nobody. I'm not gonna try to. Me personally, I'm not gonna try to beat a dead horse. I know that you're open-minded and you're always gonna listen to some game I'm gonna give you, and it's gonna pay off. I tell people all the time, like, a lot of people are tripping about the dip, but I'm like, this is the perfect time to buy in. I tell people I was buying Ethereum when it was $300, $80. When it was small as that, I'm like, so don't even trip. I'm like, look at it now. It's 2,500, 3,000. It got up to 6,000, 5,000. I'm like, so what goes down must go up. Because with inflation and everything was going on, all it's going to do is go right back up. Certain stocks dropping, certain things going up. And then look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up. But look where the portions are spread off on. Like, the cryptocurrencies is definitely going to shoot back up with what's going on right now.
It is, because ain't going to be no physical money.
Exactly.
And I can tell you from experience, it ain't going to be no physical money.
And that might have been the plan.
Might have been. Because if I got any dollars in Ukrainian money or Russian money, I can't walk around nowhere with that. Ain't nobody going to accept it.
Exactly.
But if I got some crypto, they'll be like, oh yeah, it's cool, no problem. You can exchange that, you know what I'm saying, for whatever currency we got. Then you get into trading, because cryptocurrency will turn into trading if you just flip that way.
And that's just making that region and that country even more richer, because they try and buy it up anyway. They try and get as much as possible.
Because crypto was its own little, I forgot how we said, I forgot what we called it. Crypto was its own
currency. It's on its own blockchain. It's its own. It's decentralized.
Decentralized. That's what it was. Decentralized.
That's what
So
you was looking for.
if I take 1,000 Ethereum, that's big
Mhm.
money. I take 1,000 Ethereum and I go to Italy with that, right? Then I just put that much money into Italy that came out of nowhere. So now their money jumps up, which means their value of their dollar jumps up. So now they're more wealthy to other countries. So yeah, they want people to come spend their cryptocurrency there
They
because
want people like you over there.
it's they know it's invisible money coming out of nowhere that's going into
The
their government.
economy. Exactly.
So their government had this much money total for the whole country. And now people buying stuff cryptocurrency. Now the country got this much money. And it's like, bro, you can't print that much money. It's not legal. Like we ain't print it. People just started buying stuff with what money? I don't know, like they crypto money. Like it obviously didn't come because obviously whatever country it come from. If I take US dollars, if I take $1 billion US and I spend $1 billion in Paris, you know what I'm saying? Then that's $1 billion US losers and $1 billion that goes up in Paris. But the money is still the same money. It's just, you know, it'll get shifted from here to there.
True.
But that crypto is coming out of nowhere. So now it's like, hold up, bro. You got all right, I see what you're doing. Like,
It
so
can't
if
be
that
traced. That's the
if that
thing.
is the
Like it
move,
can't be traced. The wallets, all that, like certain stuff can't be traced. Like a transaction can be traced off of a wallet, like transaction code, but you gotta know that. But as far as like all that, where money coming from and when it's decentralized, all of that, people don't know like where this is coming from or where that's coming from, who paid for this, who paid for that. Like it don't say their name unless it's displayed. But like I said, you got to know somebody's wallet code and you got to look it up and you got to know how to do that. So, like you said, the decentralized cryptocurrency is something that is honestly, I feel like they're trying to push it to scare people that it's not a good thing, but it honestly is because I have watched it personally grow with my own two eyes in my pocket. So that's why I tell
well,
people like
it
you
makes
gotta
sense.
it
It
makes
makes sense
perfect
for them to
sense.
for them to scare people off of it. Because if they tell people, hey, crypto is horrible, their money is going to stay its value to the next country. Let's just say US and China, right?
You made a valid point too.
And if people believe in crypto and they realize like, oh, if I spend my crypto in China, China's dollar is going to go up, which means all taxes, all everything for the US, they're gonna have to pay more out their pocket. Don't like none of them big monies wanna lose.
Ultimately making a US dollar even more of nothing.
Right. So
The
of
biggest
course,
fear.
it's always a second agenda to it. Hey, don't do this. Why?
Yeah, because
Mm,
they're trying to buy it up and then trying to,
right.
it's always like a little rat race. But speaking
But
of
actually
NFTs, yeah, why you say that?
saying that, if they scare people off from buying it, then that means the price will drop and then they could buy it at a lower price and take all the
What they're doing
that's
now, what the
wild, man.
smart people are doing now. If you
Oh, that's
smart,
wild.
you'll put something in it. If you got it and you smart, you will put something in it. It don't matter what it is, something. Put the low in there, $30, $40, whatever it take, $70, put it in there. I tell people like it don't matter. That money it stacks up, it doubles, it triples, it does all type of things. But speaking of NFTs and Ethereum and things, see, you pay for your hoodie with fiat cash, and that was a
Mhm.
great option. A lot of people will be able to pay for my goods with fiat cash. That's the main thing people pay for goods with anyway. The top, notes, blue notes, the dollar or whatever. So
Yeah.
I want to show you your hoodie that you paid for. We got you your membership or whatever. Your club membership is on the side of your hoodie, just like mine.
Hmm.
Membership patch. Then, of course, your official stamp, season one stamp. This is a limited edition. You have one of the physical NFT. I mean, you have the digital NFT in your wallet, but I want to show you the sneak peek of the the new NFT, the preview of the new NFT that you said you was interested in, just the physical version right here. You know, you get to see right here. This is one of
I'm really
15
curious.
auto critics. So
I'm
yeah.
really curious how that's going to light up when it's dark. Cause I
Oh
got
no,
neon
the
lights.
crazy thing when you put it back in the box, it turns off and then it comes with a charger and all that. So it's all good. You can charge it up because it'll die. It got a battery. So, but in the dark,
Yeah,
it definitely, I think when you walk past it or whatever, like it stays on for the most part. It just depends on the battery life. It's pretty cool,
yeah,
man.
that's cool, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. This is
Cause
one of the,
everybody that walk in will be like, "Hey, bro, what's that?" I'm like, "Hey, look, don't even touch that, bro. Like, don't even
yeah,
peep
this
that."
something you put in
Oh,
the
yeah.
china cabinet. It could be like a photo frame. It could be anything. And then, it got my signature right here. And then it got the designer signature, Joshua Massoff. It got his signature and it's marked of the NFTs. We ain't dropping the NFTs on Open Seas yet. We're waiting for the Open Seas hack to like calm down and basically fall back. Cause we was thinking about putting it on other platforms, but it's like, no, we're gonna put it on Open Seas. We want it to be accessible to everybody, affordable to everybody. But the
Mhm.
crazy thing is, it's gonna be a clothing drop with it. It's gonna be a clothing unlock with it. That is the utility. But we're gonna mend up a contract the way people gotta understand. If they was to ever sell an NFT, they don't give the clothing that they received away. They give the physical NFT, which is this, which is in a
Mhm.
box. And their duty is to mail it off to the person that they sold it to. And I gotta write up
That's what I
something.
was gonna ask you, cause
Yeah.
I ain't too fond of giving that jacket away. That jacket kind of heat. I ain't I ain't going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The same way Jay-Z bought up all them paintings and was like, them paintings I bought for that price, they cost this price now. And
Yeah.
like my kids gonna be able to buy a house off these paintings.
Yeah.
If it come down to it and I ain't got the bread, you know what I'm saying, to help do that myself, I mean, I'm gonna have like houses in the crib, you know what I'm saying, offer some product that, you know what I'm saying, you put your blood and your sweat into.
Exactly. You basically got a physical. You got a physical or something was digital. You feel me? Like you ain't even got to carry this on you. Like I could have a party. I could be somewhere. You could be, say you over in LA, say you in America somewhere, and I'm having like a get together or a gathering, an NFT event or something like that. And I'll tell people, oh yeah, if you have one of my physical assets, that'll be your ticket in the door. So
Mhm.
you won't even have to you won't even have to really check in. You just swipe your you bring your physical asset at the door, you get your wristband, you take it back to your car and you good. You're basically good. Cause it's gonna be numbered and I'll basically have a sign and I'll do a signing list or a signing party. Like it's people will have
But
sessions. It's certain utilities you can have with certain NFTs to where you can basically mend up your time with people. Like that's what my NFT is gonna do. Like this NFT right here, you're gonna basically for a year, you're gonna get access to me. You're gonna be able to Zoom call me for a good hour. We could talk about business plans. We could talk about NFT collaborations. We could talk about clothing collaborations, marketing strategies. We could talk about anything. But this NFT right here, this one is just gonna be for like marketing strategies and like a possible clothing collaboration. So it's like this contract is something that I'm mending up and it's something that I want to do with Joshua Massoff. I ain't gonna say something I want to do. It's something that we are doing. We're in the works of and mending up a good contract to where people get access to me and Joshua for a good year straight, or if not a good year straight, like a time limit to where they'll probably get 4 sessions, 4 Zoom calls, or maybe five five meetups or something like that, or a meetup in
I'm gonna
LA.
use that, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use that. Why? I'm gonna try to fly you out. Well, actually, nah. With everything going on, I ain't gonna fly you out. But I'm gonna use that for the Zoom meeting, bro. Like we gonna be in some because
No,
we
that's what we'll do. Like for you, instead of since you out of country, if you buy this will get you access to where you already got my personal, you got my personal,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
inbox me and all that, but this will be the Zoom to where we could talk for an hour. And if, it'll be more personal. Every NFT, I have a certain unlock for certain people. Like if you're in a
Right.
situation to where I see like, oh, okay, anyway, when you purchase it, you're going to see like you got to email me, you got to give me your number because I'm going to add you to the SMS texting group to where you're going to get all the info to when I'm having my next drops, when I post a new video on YouTube, or when I post some new content or a new commercial, or when I make a new NFT and I'm having a countdown to where it's like the first 15 people to buy this, they get this, or the first 5 people get this, because I'm having raffles. I'm doing all this. This is why I'm telling people, when you get people to join the Discord, that's going to get your rank up also. Like all type of things. Like we got to get the Discord built. Like the better the Discord, the more communication on the Discord, the more interaction, the better. So it's just about building a strong community, coming together, cooperating, and being a unit and being a team. Because this team, anything was good, it was a team behind it. It's just
Right.
sometimes it's people behind the scenes that we don't know, and then sometimes it's people with is in the scene that we do know. Some people are vigilant. I mean, some people are visual. Some people are in the light. Some people aren't. So
Right.
yeah. Oh yeah, and I
Yeah,
did want to show you. I did give you a pair. With the hoodie.
I see you rocking it. Is that the Bossa More school
Oh
bag?
yeah, right here. You got the mask. You got this too. You got a free mask too. I gave you a free mask, and you got a complimentary pair of red Chicago Windy City shorts with the free tote bag that came with your order. You paid good money.
Thanks a lot, Bob Donda too. I'm rocking them shorts.
Yeah, most definitely. With the mask and all that. So we gotta send that off. You gotta send me your address so I can send that to another. Send it to your new address. Basically, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you this sent ASAP, you know, and we're gonna get that rocking. But we want to wrap up the interview on a good note, man. Is there anything you want to tell us, or anything you want people to know? Like link them in on your social medias, link them in on anything. Like let the people know where they can find you at, bro.
The only social media I use is Instagram, dlew.official, DLEW. And but more importantly than putting my stuff out there for everybody, you know what I'm saying, of the melanated population out there. Look, it ain't the world that feel a way towards us, you know what I'm saying? It's just the place we live. You go to South America, you're gonna get shown love. You go to Europe, they're gonna show you love. You go to Serbia, you go to Turkey, you go to any of these countries, they're gonna show you love. So
Most definitely.
it's not the world that's against us. It's just, you know what I'm saying, a pocket of people. So don't be afraid to travel. Don't be afraid to get out there, because you ain't got to look over your shoulder. People are actually going to be coming up to you asking if you want to, you know, do something exciting, do something new. And it's not no shady business. I've been here 6 years and by myself for the most part and traveling. And if I was doing any of this in the States, it would have been like, I ain't too sure about this or that. Get
Yeah.
out and travel when you can, while you can, because the world crazy. And don't be afraid of people being nice. That's all I gotta say.
All right, man. That was a good note, man. We're gonna wrap this podcast up on a good note. This is your
Yep.
host, Bossa MARR, and with your guest, D-Lou, man. It was a pleasure speaking to you, man. And we basically gonna chop it up with you. We got new projects. Make sure you people check them out. You can also follow your boy on Instagram at AYE_MARR15, AMAR15. And you can follow the business page at BOSSA_MORU clothing. Make sure you tap in with us. Make sure you tap in with D-Lou. The season's about to start. He's going to be wearing our Genesis clothing, our blockchain clothing. Make sure you check him out. He also has some projects on the way, man. We out of here, man. Peace.